Hi, this is Scott Simmons from Richland College, and we're going to be learning how to do the IK controls for your legs today. Um, so let's just dive right in. First thing we'll do is create a Nurbs circle. Just pop that down in the middle there. And jump into the attribute editor. Click the Make Nurbs Circle tab. Let's just call it something like 20. Close the attribute editor. Make sure joints are turned on. And hold down V and snap to the ball joint. Looks pretty well snapped. Okay, then the next thing is right click the control and go into edit point. At this point I think we'll turn off joints again. Otherwise we'll have a hard time grabbing these points on the circle. We're just going to reshape this circle to be more or less a foot shape. Alright, looks pretty good. Once you got a decent foot shape together, right click it and pick object mode. Then, click the foot shape. We're going to rename it Control IK L foot. Alright, then we'll go to Modify, Add Attribute. Under Data Type, let's make sure Float is selected. Then we're going to create, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 or 10 attributes here. First one is going to be foot roll. And minimum will be -10, maximum will be 10. Click add. Next one will be tiptoe. Minimum will be 0, maximum 10. Add. Then toe tap. -10, 10. Add. The rest of these are all going to have minimum -10, maximum 10. So toe tap is the last one. Toe pivot is the next one. Then toe twist, -10 and 10, add. Then ball pivot. And ball twist. Then heel pivot. Then heel twist. Also minus 10 and 10. Okay. Okay, then we're going to duplicate this control. You can either type Control D or go into Edit menu and hit duplicate. Rename the new control Control IK R foot. And scale X, let's change that to -1. And translate Y, we'll put a minus sign in front of whatever value you have there. Then we'll shift click the Control L foot. And since at this point we don't want to mess, actually before we even do that, keep those two selected. Go to Modify Freeze Transforms. Now we'll go to Scale. Select the scale names and the visibility name there. Since we don't want to mess with those channels anymore, pick those and then right click and pick Lock and Hide selected. There. Now we have both of our foot controls. So, and save a new version of the file. Right. Next thing, we're just going to concentrate on the left foot now. Going to import a curve arrow box. Everybody should have a copy of that in your FileZilla. Just pull it out, put it wherever you keep the assets for your rig, and you can import it. And there it is. First thing we're going to do is rename it. This will be CTL IK L leg PV. PV stands for pole vector. Right, and then let's hit Control G, and we'll make a null GRP. Rename it GRP IK L leg PV null. Alright. We'll turn the joints back on. And with the null selected, hold down V and snap it to the knee joint. Okay, pick the knee control, then an outliner. Pick Group IK L leg PV null. Go to Constrain and Orient. Then get rid of that constraint. Then pick the Control IK L leg PV. Hold down J and pivot 6 snaps to where it's -90. Should be pointing at the front of pointing into the front of the knee. I'll turn off the polygons so you can see it better. There. Then we're going to zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole leg. On the skeleton menu, let's pick the box next to IK handle tool. In the current solver box, pick rotate plane solver. Then in the viewport, click the left hip joint. And then pick the shin joint. This is going to be like you were doing in the arm. I'm going to put it on the shin so we don't get craziness happening when we try to move the solver. Alright, and now we have a new IK handle. Let's rename that while we're thinking of it. This one will be IK underscore L ankle. And just like we did with the arm, go to Modify, Evaluate Nodes, Ignore All. And in Window, pick Hypergraph Connections. Pick that effector. Insert. Let's zoom in on it here. And hold down V and snap it to the ankle joint instead of the shin joint. Then back over in Hypergraph, IKL ankle. Ah, already there. So insert to get back into regular move mode. Modify, evaluate nodes, evaluate all. Alright, then next thing we do. Oh, by the way, as it turns out, we're not going to be needing these heel joints. We'll just get rid of them. Alright, now skeleton. IK handle tool. This time it's going to be a single chain solver. Click the ankle joint and then the ball joint. We'll call this one IK ball, L ball. And then once again, skeleton, IK handle tool, single chain. This time we'll pick the ball joint and then the toe joint. And we will call that one IKL toe. And then just do the same thing on the right hand leg. And once you're done with that, Control Alt S to save a new version. Now that you've got that all done, I've skipped ahead where the right IK chains are already built. We're going to work on one version of the reverse foot. If you're curious and you'd like to learn more about the reverse foot and different ways of doing it, just go on Google or YouTube or Vimeo and search for reverse foot. You'll find all kinds of nifty ways of setting it up. This is a method I learned that I think is pretty useful, so that this is the way I'm going to teach it. So I'm going to start off, select the IKL ankle chain, and press Control G to group it. And we'll rename that group GRP L Peel press insert, hold down V, and snap it to the left ball joint. Insert again to get out of pivot mode. Kind of select, let's see, what's the next one? IKL ball and IKL toe. And Control G. And we'll call this one Group Toe Tap. And again, insert, hold down V, snap to the left ball joint. Now we're going to pick, I'm going to control, actually, forgot insert, get out of pivot mode. Okay, so with Group Toe Tap selected, Control select Group LPL heel, Control G, going to change the name of this one, L toe pivot. And then again, insert, hold down V. And this time we're going to snap it to the toe joint. Then hit insert to get out of pivot mode. With toe pivot selected, Control G, and we'll name this one Group L heel pivot. Let's go back to perspective. Let's shift select Control L foot and hit P. And now that heel pivot group is the child of the foot control. Right, and repeat. Okay, so now that you've got the foot and the reverse foot and all that built, we're going to start driving the control, driving all those groups and such we just created with all those channels that we built on the foot control earlier. So you pick the left foot control, go into animate, set driven keys, set driven keys and set, and hit load driver. Then the driven, we're going to start off with group L heel pivot. Select that in the outliner and click load driven in the set driven key dialog box. And under driver, we'll pick foot roll, and under driven, we'll pick rotate X. Then let's set that to minus 36. It's about as far up as your ankle can turn in that direction. And we'll pick the foot control, set that to minus 10, and not the rotate. Select foot roll, set that to -10. Then hit key. Then change foot roll to 0. L heel pivot to 0. And key that. Then while we still have L heel pivot as the driven, we'll go ahead and set the other heel channels. So heel pivot, that will be rotate Y. Go ahead and hit key there so we get the 0. And change rotate Y to -45 on the heel pivot group. On the alpha control, pick heel pivot and call that -10. And then go back over there and do that. -45. In fact, let's just start over there. So we'll pick the foot control, set heel pivot to -10. Then in outliner we'll pick L heel pivot, set that to -45. Set driven key, we'll key it. Then pick the foot control, set it to +10. Group L heel pivot, set it to 45. And key that. Back to the foot control, 0 it out. Pick heel twist. Set driven key, we'll pick heel twist and rotate Z. Key that. Then change heel twist to -10. In the outliner, pick group L heel pivot. And let's say 30. Pick the control. Go. Key. Change the control to +10. L heel pivot again. This time -30. And key it in the set driven key. And zero that one back out, the heel twist. Now we got the heel twist control going, heel pivot control, and foot roll. At least that part of the foot roll. Now we're going to go back up to foot roll. And we're going to go and for the other channel, the driven channel, we'll pick group L peel heel and select load driven. Back in set driven key, we'll pick foot roll and rotate X and hit key. And we'll select the foot control, go in the foot roll channel, set it to +10. Over in outliner, pick group L peel heel. And change rotate X to 45. Obviously I still need to work on skinning a little bit. And hit key. And now, with the foot control on, if I use the foot control channel, I can rock back that way, 0, and then rock forward that way. Alright, while we're still working with peel heel control, we'll do the ball controls. So we'll hit ball pivot, then group L peel heel, change that to rotate Y, hit key, select the foot control, set ball pivot to -10. In the outliner, pick group L peel heel. And pivot to about 60. And hit key. Foot control, change ball pivot to +10. Group L peel heel. Change it to -60 and hit key. Now test out ball pivot. And this will make it handy for pivoting on the ball of the foot. So we'll 0 that out. Then we'll back over in set driven key, we'll pick ball twist and rotate Z, hit key, set ball twist to -10 over in the channel box, pick group L peel heel, and this time we'll go to 45 and rotate Z, select key, then select the foot control, change ball twist to +10, go back over to group L peel heel, change that to -45, select key, now ball twist, we'll twist the foot. So 0 that out on the foot control. Now we're going to work on the tiptoe channel. So to do that, we'll go to, we'll pick the tiptoe channel on the IKL foot. control. And then in outliner we'll pick group L2 pivot, load driven, and pick the rotate X and hit key. Alright, then pick the foot control and change it. You have foot controls, tiptoe channel, change that to 10. Outliner, pick group L2 pivot and change rotate X to 40. That even go as high as 45. Yeah. And hit key. Then we'll go to toe pivot and rotate Y. Select the foot control, zero things out. Okay, so toe pivot, rotate Y, key. Toe pivot, change to -10. And let's go to -60, say. Oops, so not there. Gotta pick the group L2 pivot first. Change it to -60. Key. Then back into the foot control, make it +10. Group L heel pivot. Make it -60. Oops. Group L toe pivot. Make it -60. No, +60. Key. So back to the foot control and toe pivot. Then we'll pick toe twist and rotate X. Set a key. Change the toe twist value on the left foot controls toe twist channel. Change that to -10. Pick group L2 pivot. Set it to about 30. Hit key. Pick the foot control. Set it to +10. Pick group L2 pivot. Change it to -30 on the rotate Z. And hit key. Now toe twist should work. At this point, I think all we've got left is toe tap. So we'll pick toe tap. Group toe tap as the driven. And that'll be rotate X. there. Then pick the foot control, change toe tap to -10. Pick group toe tap. Change that to 45. And set driven keys, set a key. Go back to the foot control, change it to +10. Pick group toe tap again. This time set rotate X to -45. Set driven key, set the key. And back to the foot control, set toe tap to 0. Now we should have everything nice and well configured. So now it's all set up. So go back and do the same thing on the other foot. And don't forget to do the Control-Alt-S. Save a new version. So that should be about it for the foot rigs. Happy rigging. As always, if you have any questions, drop me an email.